Welcome to our streamlined requisition process designed to empower teams and optimize operations. With Odoo, every stakeholder's role is important, whether in project management, senior leadership, procurement, finance, or any other department. Your contributions are vital for smooth system implementation. The Odoo requisition process can be customized for various needs. In this video, we'll focus on requisitions for construction projects. Let's walk through the process. It starts with the requester, example, the project manager or quantity surveyor, typing in the URL www.theambpremiumgroup.com. This brings you to the landing page where requisitions will be channeled. So first of all, you input your name as a requester. Then you input your email address. From here, you choose a file. This file could be a bill of quantity, invoices, or a requisition form. The file you choose is dependent on the type of requisition you are processing. We can set parameters for required documents, such as program of works or project budgets, to help accounts expedite the due diligence process. We will cover that in more detail later. Then from there, you come to the additional notes. It's a brief or detailed information about the requisition. So let's assume requisition for cement, Akumadan Phase 1. Then after all this is done, you click on Send. From here, an email notification will be sent to the help desk pertaining to the requisition. This is the interface. When you open the email, you realize that there's an attached document and a requisition coming from Ruth Gotin. You download the document that has been attached. And from here, we move on to process the requisition in Odoo. This is the interface you will have. From here, we go to the approval module in Odoo. Once you select approvals, we will go to new request under purchase. We select new request. Then we clear what is already there and input the subjects for the requisition. So we have requisition for cement, Akumadan Phase 1. From here, we go to the reference. The reference is going to be the exact projects we are using the requisition for. Then we move to the dates. We choose the date we are doing the requisition. We apply. Then this is the period. Please note, the period under selection is not conclusive. It is based on the discretion of the requester as to when their requisition should be processed. From here, we move to the contact. The contact can be the name of the requester or any other person who can do a follow-up in case the requester is unavailable. After inputting the contacts, we move to the products. Then we add a line. This is where we input the particular item we are purchasing. So this is cement. Then we go to the product description. You can give a specification. So here we are doing 42.5 hours. And from there, we go to the quantity. We are purchasing 1,000 bags of cement. When we are done with this, we go to description. This is where you add a brief or a detailed description about the project or about the requisition. So we can cite an example. These cement bags will be used for the admin block. Then from here, once we are done, we check and make sure that everything is okay. Then we go ahead and attach a document. This document is what the requester sent when they were sending their requisition to SBU. So it could be an invoice, their bill of quantities, or any other necessary documents that needs to be attached. Then you attach it. Once it's done, it appears on the screen that a document has been attached. Then from here, we submit the requisition for approval. Once we submit, you go to our dashboard and where we can see my approvals, manager configurations, we go to my approvals, then we go to my request. Once we go there, we realize that the requisition has moved from to submit to submitted. Once it is approved, it will move to approved. So once all this is done, the requester will receive an email notification informing them that their requisition has been submitted pending approval. Once the requisition is submitted, the first approver, that's the line manager, will receive an email notification informing them that they have a pending requisition to approve. After the line manager has approved, it moves to the general manager, then to the group accountant for the final approval to be made. We have now logged in as a line manager to approve the requisition. When you log in, you have two options. Either you use the notification bar. When you click on it, you realize that you have an approval pending, or you go to your approval model in Odoo, select approvals, then you go to manager. From manager, you go to approvals to review. Once you select that, you realize that there's a pending requisition to be approved. So you select the requisition to be approved. Once you select the requisition, as an approver, you have the option to approve, refuse, or cancel the request. When you look on your dashboard, you realize there's a document attached to the requisition. It is necessary for you to review this document and make sure that it tallies with the requisition before you go ahead and approve. Now let's go ahead and approve. You click on approve. Once we are done, it moves to the next approver, that's the general manager. Once general manager is also done, it goes to the group accountant. Please note, they will all be notified via email when it's time for them to approve. For account officers and senior leadership, the Odoo app allows on-the-go approvals, letting you manage requisitions anytime, anywhere. This mobility reflects our commitment to enhancing accessibility and efficiency. By integrating Odoo, we reduce up to about 75% of paper usage and significantly reduce our environmental impact. Odoo provides real-time status updates, keeping all stakeholders informed throughout the requisition process. Once all the approvals have been done, as we can see on our screen, another email will be sent informing the requester that their requisition has been approved pending payment. After receiving the email, you go back to your dashboard and we go to our approvals. When we go there, we go to my approvals, then my request. Once you open it, you realize that the requisition has moved from submitted to approved because it's been approved. And that will be the first item on the list. So you select that very requisition. Once you open it, you go ahead and create an RFQ. The moment you select create RFQ, it creates a purchase order on the dashboard close to the documents. So you select purchase orders. Then you open that very purchase order. Then you input the necessary details you need to input. So here we input the purpose. Then from there we go to the vendor. You select the vendor whom you are purchasing the items from. If the vendor is not already in the system, there's an option to input the name of the vendor yourself, or you go through the list of values and select the one you want. So here we are going to create a new vendor. So we select create and edit. So we are using God is good. So we select God is good. And it will be added to the list of vendors in the system. Because it's a new vendor, it will require certain details. So here we can input the telephone number of the vendor and their email address. After all is done, we save and close. Then we scroll down and realize that the cement we inputted at the initial stage, 1,000 bags, has been populated here against the unit price of 90 cedis. So if you realize the total has come to 90,000 for the 1,000 bags. After doing all your checks, you go ahead and confirm order. After confirming the order, it brings you to this screen, which ends the job for the requester. From there, the account officers will do their due diligence and go ahead and make payments. This is where the account officers take over. So you go onto your Odoo dashboard, you select the purchase module. Once you select it, this is the screen that you will see. You select the purchase order using the source document as a reference. The source document will detail the requisition that was approved earlier. So we open that particular purchase order. Once you open, this is what you have. Once you see this, you scroll down. Then you check the quantity that was requested against the unit price. Once it tallies with what you approved initially, we go ahead and create a bill. So you create a bill. You choose the bill date. You selected 9th May. After changing the bill date, you scroll down. You realize that the cement that we requested has been associated with its own chart of accounts. That is the raw materials account. You confirm that and confirm the quantity. Then you click on journal items. Once you click on journal items, you realize that the associate chart of accounts for the product cement is showing. That's the raw material account. There is a debit of 90,000 on that account, and there's a corresponding credit of 90,000 in the account payable, which can also be a suspense account. Once payment is made or confirmed, the account payable will then be debited and the bank account will be credited to offset the balance. So from here we confirm. Then you register payments. It brings you the screen where you are allowed to input your bank details. So we select our bank. So let's assume only BCB. Then we are going to pay using check. So we input our check number. So that will be the number on the check leaflet we are giving to the requester or the vendor. Then we select the payment mode, check. Then we realize that the total amount has been populated. That's okay. Then from there, we create payments. Once we are done, it will register as paid in the system. After payment is registered, we scroll down. As an account officer, you go ahead and send a message to the requester, informing them that Their check is ready for collection. So here we type the message to the requester. So we select the requester's name, that's Ruth or 10, and their email address automatically appears. Then we go and select the template for the message we are going to send. So payment approved. Once you select it, it brings you to this screen and it gives you the details in the email that we sent to Ruth. So dear Ruth, your requisition, you put the subject in there. Cement for Akumadan Phase 1 has been approved. Your check is ready for collection at the accounts office. Thank you. We go ahead and send this message. So this brings us to the end of our requisition module in Odoo. Thank you.